Right, so I'm heading for a campsite, I think, so that I can just top up with water, because I forgot to do it when I was at my friend's. A bit lazy of me, really. Well, well, it was because I didn't do it when I was going to do it, and then I completely forgot to do it. So, yeah, it only cost me £5 or £10, and I might get a shower for that money as well. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's the idea. I'm heading north towards Snowdonia National Park, stopping at a campsite on the way, top up the water, and yeah, and then I think I'll continue to head north, spend a bit of time in Snowdonia National Park. I don't know if I said, but I thought my daughter and boyfriend, grandson and dog, I expected them to be staying up here for a week or so, but they only had a long weekend, so it was good to catch up with them anyway. Yep, so it is 12:53. No, it's not. Clocks went forward, didn't they? Daylight savings. It is 13:53 on the 29th of March 2026. And it's wet and miserable, but yesterday was lovely. But yeah, probably spend a little while up in Snowdonia National Park, and then possibly head back to Pembrokeshire, stop in to see my friend, get some washing done, get a shower in, maybe top up with water. And possibly be building a wildlife pond for her. Not sure if she's 100% committed to having it done yet or not. I think she wants it done mainly so the frogs will eat the slugs. Hopefully she wants to encourage some natural pest control. Well, she's vegan like me and doesn't want to kill the slugs. No one should be using slug pellets anyway, but even my more environmentally friendly methods like bear traps and things, she, well, doesn't want to take any lives, even the slugs, even though they're eating her plants. So the idea is to encourage some frogs into her garden, and toads and newts and some wildlife that will hopefully keep the slug population down. But that'd be a nice little project, because I do like building ponds, and wildlife ponds are lovely as well. That's a good thing to do. Good thing to do for the wildlife. But we'll see. Comins Cock. Wow. Imagine having a place named after that, eh, Comins? Really?
GPS signal lost.
Campsite's just a field, which is fine, but I'm not sure where the water is. You have to text someone when you arrive to book in, and there's an air a bit closer to Snowdon, or Snowdonia National Park, just inside Snowdonia National Park. I think I'm just going to go there. Apparently it's $5.50 or something, QR code, top up with water, empty your waste and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to head there. I don't fancy driving on that field
in 300 yards, turn right.
In this wet weather, because it's, yeah, everywhere is sodden, and it's been raining, and it was pretty wet in the woods yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to just head to this air.
Turn right.
And I don't know about turning right. I think I need to turn left, darlings. Let's have a look. Yep, I've got to turn left. I know that. The sat-nav is having a hissy fit again. I wonder how many satellites are up there. Hey?
Continue on A470 for 1 mile.
That's better. That makes more sense to me. It was telling me to turn left up someone's driveway. And I needed to turn right there, but it's just playing catch up. Maybe there's no satellites above Wales. It's wet, misty, barely see those mountains in front. Oh, they're pretty bloody windy too at the moment. Shut the windows up a little bit. Hope it doesn't steam up in here again. Yeah, I wouldn't be up on the mountains in this weather, not today. But hopefully, with weather like this on a Sunday, I'm hoping that it'll be a bit quieter in Snowdonia National Park. It is half term, I think, Easter holidays. So yeah, but hopefully it won't be too busy. Of course, there's a steep old hill. Had to change down into 3rd gear. Goodness me! Come on, Margot, you can do it. 3rd gear for the bend. There go my ears popping. Hey. Well, if the sun was shining, I think we'd have some quite lovely views. Maybe not in this bit. We're in a bit of a dip. So we're on our way back down in a minute. Yeah, would be a lovely view if it wasn't so rainy and misty. This motorhome air is in Dolgellau, Dolgellau, about 3 miles out at the moment. That might have been it. I just had to go around the houses. The sat-nav's playing catch up. I think that was it that we just passed. Quite a lovely little village, or town, whatever it is. So I'm thinking it's up here on the right now. Been a bit of a tight left-hand turn anyway. Good pressure. So this is the place. Right, sat-nav's having a hissy fit. Doesn't know where we are, so I'm going to go back the way we came. possibly be through Dolaglu.
Turn right onto Arran Road.
I've turned right onto Arran Road. I'm on Arran Road. So now which way do we go? Right, we're sorted. I'm getting back onto the A470, we'll be alright. It wasn't too difficult to find the place. Sorry I didn't film the road.
Turn left onto A470.
I just needed to look at the map. Because the blinking Google Maps, this GPS signal lost constantly. It's been a right pain in the bum. But anyway, I found it alright. Eventually, just a little bit of mucking around. Okay. Right, we're going to just head to a little lay-by park up. It's supposed to have some good signal.
Head east.
Yeah. I'm quite hungry. Trying to stop, have some food. I've got the water sorted. There was such good pressure. When it got to the top, the hosepipe flipped out. So I've soaked the garage again. But I noticed it must have gone
in 50 yards at the roundabout. Continue straight to stay on A470.
Must have gone into the gutters on the inside of the van because it was all pissing out the side of the van.
Continue straight onto Pen YKI, then turn right onto Wenlas Hospital Drive.
Pissing out the drain holes in the seals. Good job they're all open. I can always check that with a screwdriver every now and again, the little drain holes in the seals. Anyway, apparently this what we was going to do then, this little lay-by park up's only about 5 minutes away, so I just didn't want to hang around in the air too long. Just find somewhere to park up and then decide what we're going to do, have a look at the weather, etc, etc. See what it's going to be doing tomorrow. But I've got a bit of editing to get back on with now again, which is nice. Haven't got loads, but I'm starting to build it back up again after Scotland. So obviously I've got on top of the Scotland stuff. I'm going to edit. There's a little Cornwall video to do, and that's probably about it really, apart from me coming to Wales. So when was I in Cornwall? January, February time. Yeah, to visit my mum. I stopped there for a month, but I didn't do much filming because the weather was shit. But I did I'll have one video, you will have seen it if you've been following
in
along.
a quarter of a mile, at the roundabout, take the first exit onto A496.
But yeah, be nice to get back on to doing a bit more filming and a bit more editing again. Hopefully we'll have some nice Wales videos to come for you. Tricky with the GPS signal, keep getting lost. Just made a wrong turn back there, but I'm on the right road now. Went from 3 minutes to 20 minutes and I've just turned around and I'm back to 3 minutes again. It should be up here, not too far. Looks like quite a nice area. The sat-nav's taking me to somewhere called Borth Cottage, so hopefully the lay-by will be pretty self-explanatory just up here in a little bit. Right, should be up here on the...
In a quarter of a mile, your destination will be on the left.
On the left? Should be up here on the left. A quarter of a mile. Oh, there's quite a lovely view over there. I think that must be an estuary, was that it? I think the sat-nav was playing catch up again. got a feeling that was it. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh no, here we go. I think this is it. Not great. Right, so we had a little rest here in this little lay-by. It's not the best place to park for the night. Not really much dog walking about. I've had a few sausage rolls done in the frying pan on a very low heat with the lid on. I have to flip them over a couple of times, but they cook all right. So yeah, I'm going to head about an hour's drive towards actually Snowdon, and going to park up overlooking Snowdon by the lakes a bit before you get there. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I think I'd rather be a bit further up, a bit further north, and up in amongst the mountains. Should be some good 4G signal there in those laybys down by the lake. So yeah, can decide what we're going to do tomorrow, weather permitting. I'm not going to film much, I don't think. I might do, but the GPS signal keeps getting lost. I like to keep my eye on the map, so then at least I know roughly what I'm supposed to be doing, what the next turning is going to be, before it has a hissy fit. Okay then, so I've got about 10 miles or so to go on this road, so I thought I'd have a little chat. My daughter, she said, oh, I think a pub dinner is in order for tonight, and I've been thinking about that all day. You know, quite fancy a vegan pub meal and a pint of IPA or two. So, I don't know. Not sure if there's any Brit Stops pubs up here along this route, but yeah, I'm just thinking, God, it'd be nice to have a decent meal cooked for me and a pint or two of IPA or some nice Welsh ale. But we'll see. Either that or I might buy myself a bottle of red wine. It's been that sort of a day. I want something warming inside me. The sausage rolls helped, I must admit. I just fancy a beer or a glass or two of red wine. What a lovely little lane. Go, mate. Oh, what a lovely little bridge. Couple of miles of this road then, I think, before we have to turn off. Oh, yep. Get through there, we'll not get through there. Get through there. There we go, look at that. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Okay. 30? I don't think I can go that fast. Not through here. Goodness me. I think 20 is plenty. Nice views if the weather wasn't so shite. It's quite a lovely little road. Hey, albeit a little bit bendy. I can't wait for the oak trees to be in leaf. Can't be much longer now, surely. Windy road. I I'd want to be walking my doggos down here. But if you live in that house, you probably ain't got much choice. Yeah, just had to make another blinking U-turn. Bloody GPS signal lost. It's constant, it's a pain in the arse. Looks like there's a bit of sun on those hills up there though. And a lot of mist. But yeah, I think we're about 20 minutes away from Snowdon now, so it's not too far. It's just slow roads, I guess. Probably about 15 miles, 10 miles. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, goodness me. Yeah, it's saying 11 miles, 20 minutes. So that's not too bad. Hopefully there'll be a shop between here and there. I'll get myself some beers. If I haven't got a nice beer, I'll get a bottle of red. But yeah, goodness me. There wasn't anything shop-wise by the looks of it, other than an outdoor clothing shop and pubs and cafes at that little village we just passed through. But yeah, I'm sure there was somewhere up here on the way to Snowdon you could stop off and get a few bits and pieces. We'll wait and see anyway. I'm going to turn you round. Yeah, see a bit of blue sky over there on the left. Well, maybe not blue, very, very pale blue, powder blue. But yeah, it's not raining. It feels a lot brighter. Definitely feels a lot brighter. Hopefully tomorrow's going to be great, mate. Hopefully. Well, I'm in no rush. I can wait for the sun to come out. Go on a proper walk. Quite like to do the pig trail towards Snowdon, but just stay down a bit lower because it was really lovely. I think there was a lake there. It was a really lovely walk. Don't want to go up Snowdon particularly because it's be bloody freezing cold on top and probably really flipping busy. And the dogs, last time I was up there, went with Emma and it was great until we got over from the pig trail over onto the main drag very near the summit, and goodness me, the wind hit us. It was freezing cold. Tried to shelter in the foyer of the cafe bit where the railway comes up, and gosh, our hands were freezing all of a sudden. We were fine until we got just up over the ridge from the pig trail to the summit, and then trying to shelter in the cafe bit, someone walked in with another doggo. I was squatting down holding a cigarette. The dogs lunged, and the way I was squatting made me pull my groin and my hip, and I was like, oh fucking hell, I don't think I'm going to be able to walk back down again. And we thought, well, maybe we'll just get the train down, but you couldn't get the train just down, and I didn't think they'd take dogs either. I don't know if it was both of those things. So we were screwed. I had to limp back down again. It wasn't too bad. With my EDS, my joints slipped in and out of their sockets, so I think that's what happened, just very quickly. But boy, was it painful. So yeah, I try and avoid busy areas on top of mountains if I can, as much as possible. Nice lake on the left. There we go, you've got a view of it. See the sun on the hills ahead. Oh, this is more like it. Oh, there's a bit of a drop on the left there. Hey! I do love these roads. Oh! I think there's some snow on the mountain up there. Yep, there's still a bit of snow up there by the looks of it. I think we've come up the other way than I was expecting. I think the viewpoint is up here on the left. You can park the night there. That must be Snowdon up there then. Yes, I recognise this. Yes, definitely. Oh yes. Look at that. I'll tell you what, we'll pull over in a bit on the left for the viewpoint. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a viewpoint car park up here. I think it's up there on the left. You can just about, well, I don't know if you can see the cars. There might not be any room to park, to be fair, at the moment. It does look a bit busy. But you can see the view anyway, can't you? Yeah, this is it. It's good for a night. You can park the night here on the left. It's a lovely view. But it's not great to walk the dogs there. It's just the road and a little rocky bit. Look at the sun up there. I don't know, can you see the snow on the top of the mountain there? It's not much, it's just a little splattering in the sunshine there on the left hand top of the screen. It's in the sun and there's just coming down off the mountain top, off the ridge, there's patches of snow. Okay. This is paid parking in the laybys here. I'm going to just keep going forward.
Head south.
Start of the pig trails left to get up to Snowdon. Yeah, there's a few laybys up here on the right. Oh my goodness! Yeah, a few laybys up here on the right you can park in. A bit further up here there's one right on the edge of the lake. There's a few little laybys here just set back off the road. One in particular I'm thinking of, which is it's got lots of rocks there. It says it's a nesting ground for adders. May time they start breeding. I think it's still a bit cold for them at the moment. I wouldn't want to be there with the dogs in May time because they can be quite aggressive apparently. So my dad always said around May time. Always remember that as a kid. I almost did a handstand on an adder once. It just scuttled off, slithered off. I don't think snakes can scuttle. Definitely slithered off. But I was very lucky, I didn't scare the thing and get bitten. Nice bit of sun on the mountains there. Pop, 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 pop. Right, if I remember correctly, yeah, here we go. No? I thought there was a shop here. Bloody sat-nav was playing catch-up again. We've got to do a U-turn. Oh, look at that sunshine! Hey! Where are we going to U-turn? Where are we going to U-turn? There's no overtaking. Do not cross the solid white lines. Bugger! Oh my goodness! What a pavlova, eh? Palaver. 10 minutes the other way, 40 minutes this way. Does look like a lovely drive though. At some point there won't be any... God, it's windy. At some point it won't make sense doing a U-turn because I will have gone so far this way. Goodness, it's windy here. I see? Can you see what I see? Oh, hopefully I'm going to turn around up here. Wow, it's lovely. Ain't parking, look, that'll do. What does it say? 1/4 mile. So this is parking. So I'll try a U-turn here. He who dares wins. Barely. Right then. Double yellow's outside the spa, so I had to come in the Shell garage. I'm sure it's far more expensive, but yeah. Got a feeling somewhere like this wouldn't make much difference. Because it is touristy, so I've got a feeling that the Londis that's in here, Betsy Coed, and the spa probably won't be very cheap prices anyway. That wasn't too bad. Got myself a bottle of Shipyard American IPA, was £3, and some Punk IPA for 4 cans, which was £7.40 I think, which is quite expensive, but £9. Wouldn't even get 2 pints if I went in a pub with that. So it's quite a lovely little village, this place, but it is very, very busy. It's very picturesque. You've got the river. Probably a few little walks off from here as well, but there's the spa. A few clothing shops, fish and chips. But double yellows everywhere, so yeah, I guess it means you just got to use the car parks, but they're chock-a-block. Anyway, we're heading back now to, oh my goodness, that sunshine is gorgeous. Blinding, but gorgeous. Oh yes. That's going to be lovely, that is. Right, yeah, we're going to head to towards Snowdon, pull up on the left hand side by the lake for the night, off the road. And yeah, have some pasta. I've got some pasta sauce left over from yesterday, so have some pasta, a couple of beers, and depending on how much 4G I've got, I'll either continue watching episodes of Stargate that I've got into watching, or I've got a few films downloaded on my tablet on Netflix as well, so we'll be alright. Time now, it's almost 5:45. Take the old doggos out for a quick wee break, maybe a poopy doo, and then settle in for the night. Oh, this road's a bit bumpy. Oh my goodness! I was hoping you'd get a view of the river. Way up Raised Ironworks. Got that view instead, look. Right, get on a proper road again. One they haven't half dug up. Wow. There's the lake, look. Park up next to that tonight. Hopefully it won't be too windy. It's a bit blinking full up. Buggers! Okay, be the next one then. What I might do, there's a place up here on the right and you can walk up into the hills. It's a little gate. It's quite nicely off the road. Well, that was a shame. Yeah, the next one after this on the right is set back a bit further. I might park here, I think. Back up there. Perfect. Perfect.